Okay, now we are getting into some fancy bows. This one is going to use 2 different types of ribbon in the same bow. Now they could be like these 2 are obviously different widths, or they could be the same widths, whatever, it does not matter. What you're going to do though is you're going to be working with 2 ribbon at the same time. So now you see the green is going to be my top ribbon. And all I'm going to do is the exact same thing, making any bow, but just making sure that your ribbon stay together, one on top of the other the whole time. And then when you fluff it out, just wait until you see this. It is so cool. So we're going to go ahead. Let me just clear this space a little more for you. I have all my stuff in the way. When I get bow making, I just have all my ribbon out and just have a great time. So this one's cool. This is going to be red and green for the holidays. And just let your ribbon fall. I like to work with on the roll. Sometimes I just drop it right on the floor there and then just work with it as I need it. So we're going to go ahead and just keep these together. Just a whole lot more to work with. So we want a nice long tail here. Just make sure that they stay together, and we're going to have our tail, make our first loop. Now, since this is double-sided, we do need to make a half turn. Keep them together. So you have to be, woo, I just hit the camera too. Look at this. I'm going crazy. This is such a fun bow, but it does take a little more patience because you have so much going on. Make sure that they are together. Pinch that center. Hold all of these great ribbons together. I promise you it is worth it when you see how cool it is. But it just takes a little bit of patience because you're working with 2 different types of ribbon, and you want to make sure that you always have the ribbon where it should be. Now, I do not suggest using really thick ribbon for this because you will have such a handful you won't even know what to do. I have seen some people use like a clothespin in the center there to pinch it together, but since you're playing with it so much, it's just easier to move your fingers along. Just have a really tight grasp on that center. Look at that. Just use your fingers and pinch it together. Bow making is so much fun because you can do all kinds of really neat things like this. Multiple color bows, and I'm not going to do too many loops on this one because, oops, half turn. Gotta remember my half turn. You know what, and you don't really have to remember it because you will know when you try to go make that loop and it looks completely wrong. You'll say, oh my goodness, I forgot to make my half turn. Because that is the wrong side of the ribbon, so you really can't mess up. Just gotta follow along with the instructions and you will do just fine. I'm going to take this and make a half turn